Hello, it's Tuesday here at the 1/8 Buggy Worlds here in Argentina, and it's qualifying day one. Well, the track behind me has seen a fantastic day of action with 12 groups completing 2 qualifying rounds. Let's talk to the man whose crown they're all trying to take. Day one of qualifying, it's only right that we talk to the current reigning champion. Cody, how's it going?
That first run was a little iffy, but I think I was driving a little too hard at the beginning. I thought it was my fault. My dad didn't. I mean, I don't know. It's just going to keep trugging away.
The experience you took from 2 years ago, is that something you want to just move on from now?
Trying not to think about the whole doubling up thing. It's just kind of, it is what it is, you know.
Did you get a good start to qualifying 2 years ago?
My first round, I got a 2 behind Mayfield, and then my second round, I broke, so not really.
I think 2 years ago, you probably weren't the favourite, and that seems to be a good position to be. I guess you don't really want to be the favourite this time.
I don't think I am. You know, how rare it is that you double up the World Championship. I don't think I'm the favorite, so I don't really have too much pressure. I mean, I want to do it, of course, but if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then 2 more years.
A bit of a nervous, shaky start, would you say, for Cody there?
Yeah, a little bit. His Q1 run wasn't up to scratch, but I don't think his nerves. I was talking to him earlier, and he said he approaches this race like any other, but I think ultimately come the end of the week, there's definitely going to be some nerves there as he looks to defend his crown.
But after the morning, the fastest man was Robert Battier. What's the track like out there? Is it very similar to yesterday, or was there a lot of learning to do this morning?
No, yesterday was much bumpier than today. Today it's so flat, it's not so bumpy, but there is maybe less grip than yesterday at this hour at the first hit.
A lot of people, Mugen drivers, really happy with the car.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, the car, it's so good for everyone. It's not just 6 was maybe a little bit difficult for some kind of drivers, but this car is awesome for all kind of styles, and you can drive much aggressive or not, which is good for customers or for everyone.
There's 3 really long days of qualifying, isn't there? How do you approach the next 2 days?
Yeah, mainly we would like to have both rounds of today a good qualifying, just in case, because maybe tomorrow and Thursday will rain. So in case if we make 4 rounds, the 2 best will count. So now we have 1, we should make another 1.
They certainly seem to be putting quite a lot of effort into Robert's campaign. He seems to have the essence of a kind of a star driver more and more each event, doesn't he?
Yeah, we've always said that Robert has a very tight-knit entourage around him. You know, he's got his dad, he's got Mike Ibos, he's got Roger from Pro Circuit. They're a team that work very well together, and all for one driver. And obviously, you know, he's 2-time European champion, and he won the warm-up here as well. So it could pay off at the end of the week. I mean, it's going well. He TQ'd the first round of qualifying, and he's doing pretty well. He's sitting on top after 2 rounds.
Now, I just have to make an apology. Yesterday, there was a reference to some frogs, and there was an image of an injured frog. I'm very sorry for that. From now on, it's going to be just highbrow coverage, none of that messing around anymore. However, overnight, the pits were gripped in a Facebook scandal. It's true. Yesterday, we spoke to US driver Tyler Vick about his practice heat.
I didn't expect to land upside down in a puddle.
Well, evidence captured by RedRC.net displayed marshalling Robert Bataille, also not expecting that to happen.
I mean, I saw the photo and I thought that they were joking or something like this. I think it's just a big paddle. It was a big one, so I had to go around. But when I tried to go, Chad was coming because Chad was just in front on the corner. So it was like, it was so big. And if I put the foot there, I'm not in this hotel, you know, so I should go with my feet so wet during all day because it was the first hit.
The big puddle, the flamed out buggy, and potential wet shoes culminated in Facebook beef. Several drivers had an opinion.
When I marshal, I try my heart out, and I would expect everyone else to do the same.
Many claimed the marshalling positions were inadequate.
It's a 45-second lap on a pretty decent lap, and you've only got maximum 12 guys running around trying to find the cars. And
I don't think the position is really good because there are some sections where the marshal should be and they are not there.
But the final words should come from the two men themselves.
I don't think really there's a positioning problem as much as an apathy problem, and some marshals tend to try harder than others, and photo's worth 1,000 words. I don't really need to speak on it.
The people who know me know that usually I run a lot and I do my best.
However, later in the day, a real serious incident occurred. A marshal was struck whilst retrieving a buggy, suffering cuts and bruises. And whilst this was a shocking and sobering moment, all were reminded of the importance of safety first. Well, in happier news, Callum Niblett, a young Brit, seems to be having a really good time in his first Worlds.
Yeah, it's his first Worlds. I mean, I don't think anyone 6 months ago would have thought he was here, but he is here with his parents. And I think it's going pretty well for him. It's awesome to see, a young driver coming all the way from the UK to Argentina to race, and it's his first World Championship experience.
Let's hear from Callum. Well, you've been out for your first round of qualifying. How was it?
Good. Went well. I'm happy with the car and the tyres, so hopefully we can do better in the next round.
Were you nervous going into that first round?
My legs were a bit shaky, but other than that, then yeah, I was fine.
What does it feel like, this being your first Worlds, being so young with all these... Well, there's a lot of RC legends around here. How does it feel?
It feels great because I get more experience from here. I get to meet people.
Well, there's another happy Brit and another happy Mugen driver. Third quickest after 2 rounds, Lee Martin.
Yeah, he's doing fantastically. I'm really pleased for him. With the MBX7, the brand new car, he's just excelling. So it's really nice to see.
it was a pretty safe, conservative round. First one in the morning, no practice, kind of you're learning. They rebuilt the track last night, so you learn it in your first 2 laps of warm-up. So I think I went a little steady, but overall I was pretty happy with the run.
How's the car performing?
Yeah, the car's been really good. We have the new car here, the MBX7. It's done everything I wanted it to so far. It's been really safe around the track, pretty fast through practice, and all we got to do is make the semi-finals to be happy. I mean, no one wins it on the first day of qualifying. So,
any other drivers you think will be particularly happy at the end of today?
I mean, obviously Robert Batche, he has his first round TQ, and Ty Testament. I mean, those are pretty obvious picks. But I think Jared Tebow, he struggled a little bit in practice, and he's right back up there. Obviously, I have to say Martin Bayer, though. You know, he was 3rd in the first round and 12th in the second, and it's just fantastic for him.
Yeah, I'm really happy because the results which I did now are really good, so I'm really happy for this. The whole way we work on the car very hard, so we're trying many things on the setup, and we went back for what we tried on the warm-up here, and it was really good, so we went for the setup in first qualifying, and it was really good.
Must be slightly different to back home. I think I read that you were trying to practice, but it was snowing where you were.
Yeah, it was really hard. Like, I can't practice. It was snow, very cold, so it was impossible to practice. I was a little bit disappointed to come here without practicing, but it's really good.
Well, of course, we began the day lunchtime. Robert Bataille, he is the favourite according to the near buggy readers on your own poll. Actually, nobody wants to be the favourite, do they?
No, I think that there's always a stigma of, also winning the warm-up. Robert won the warm-up, for example, but we always trust the well-informed readers of Neo Buggy. They know what they're talking about. However, in the second round, it was Ty Testament. He actually set a slightly faster time than Robert did, but we have to see. So let's hear from him.
Feels good. It's finally get going. Yesterday was kind of a slow start. We weren't really used to the mud, but now the track's drying out. It's getting a little bit rough in some sections. And that's kind of what we were practicing with at the pre-worlds, so it's all coming around.
Are you enjoying the track?
Yeah, I think it's a lot more fun than the warm-up layout. Completely different from everything else. That's why we had so much trouble at the warm-up, trying to get used to this flat track, high-speed stuff.
Have you made any changes to the car from yesterday?
Just some diff oil changes and shock oil, but nothing really drastic.
I was listening to your dad and you. The way you work together is very interesting. He shouts quite a lot of details back to you. What's going on there?
He's just kind of my eyes on the ground. He's making sure I'm not going too slow or over driving sections. Kind of tell me where I'm on the clock and who's in front of me, who's coming up on me. Just kind of stuff like that, and then we communicate.
Well, there we go. Ty clearly very happy, and a really nice unit he's got there with his kind of small inner team with his family, surrounded by the outer team of Proline and HPI. It's really great to see him doing well, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a young kid still. He made the World's Final in 2008, which was fantastic. He missed it in Thailand, but I think he's really focused this time around.
Yeah.
And it's good to see, his mum and dad are here as well. His dad takes it very seriously, but there's also an element of fun.
Well, it's been a fun day. This has been our Tuesday roundup. It's a lovely evening. There's not a grey cloud in the sky. Lovely weather.
Yeah, I don't know. People say it's going to rain. I think it feels pretty balmy and nice, like a nice summer's evening.
It truly is speed paradise. I don't know what everyone's been worried about. We'll see you tomorrow on neobuggy.net.